Hi guys, welcome to Reignite Code. Thanks for joining us. Today I will be explaining one of the most interviewed lead code problem, Task Scheduler 1. You can see these are the companies which asked this question recently. So let's jump into the problem statement. So here we are given CPU tasks each labeled from A to Z, capital letters, and an integer n which represents the gap or idle time between any two repeating tasks. That means if we are doing task X now, then we should wait at least n intervals to do X task again. And also we can do tasks in any order. Finally, we need to return minimum intervals to complete all tasks. So let's take an example. Suppose we are given this set of tasks and gap time of two intervals. First, we will calculate the frequency of each task. So A's frequency is 5, G's frequency is 2, and U's frequency is 2, and D's frequency is 2, and B's frequency is 1. So in this case, first we will try to keep maximum frequent occurring tasks first and place it with minimum gap mentioned. And then we'll place other tasks in between. So after placing A, we can put G here and one more G here and U here and one more U here and D here and one more D here to maintain gap and B here. So still we left with one gap and in this case the answer would be total time taken. So total time will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 intervals of time is the answer. Let's take one more example to understand better. So here these are the set of tasks given and in this A's frequency is 4, G's frequency is 4 and D's frequency is also 4. Given gap time was 1. So similar to previous one, first we will place A here and after that we can put G here in between gaps and one more G here and one more G here and one more G here. But here we don't have any gaps to put D. So what shall we do now? So in the question it was mentioned we should maintain minimum gap of 1. So we can increase the gap but we should not reduce the gap. So I can put D here by increasing the gap between A and one more D here and one more D here and one more D here. If we don't have enough spaces then the answer would be total length of the array. So here the answer would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is the answer and given array size is also 12. So if no gaps left, we can simply say answer would be total size of the array. And so let's discuss about the approach. It may look quite tricky, but I will try to keep it simple. Here first we'll place maximum frequent character first and we need to check only two sections here. One is spaces and one more is extra. Out of them, dealing with extra part is easy here, where we should place only characters which are having maximum frequency similar to A. Okay, let's suppose we have B with having frequency similar to A 5. So then we can keep one B here and one more 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 B here. So only the one which is extra we keep here. And after that we just need to place each tasks in the spaces. Okay. So for that it is simple. We should calculate total space first. So and then we'll subtract each task frequency from that spaces. Okay. So to calculate total space, uh, we can utilize this formula where we first will calculate maximum frequency. Here in this case 5 and gap will be 2. So the total spaces will be 8. So let's jump into the code to understand better. So I'm maintaining a map to keep the frequencies count. You can use vector also And after that I calculate the frequency of each one, and also along with that I calculated the maximum frequency among them. And I'm just keeping a flag to maintain first occurring maximum frequent element. And also this is the space with which we calculated using the same formula, and this will store the answer, and this will store the extra part which we have discussed. So now we'll iterate through over the map, and first one will be the character and second will be the frequency of each character. So if frequency is equal to maximum, and if this is the first one which is having maximum frequency, then we'll just continue and keep flag 1. And else if our frequency is maximum, and also this is not the first character which is having maximum frequency, then we will remove frequency minus one elements from the space, and also we should add one more extra in the extra part as discussed. So in this case we will keep 4 b's here and one more b here, right? So for that I'm removing 4 b's from space and keeping one in extra. And in normal cases we'll just simply keep in between spaces only. So this is the third case where we'll be keeping only in the space area. So at the end, if we don't have any space left, that means we should not worry about the gaps, and also we can keep the letters all together. Answer would be the total size given. So that will be the answer here. And if it is not the case, if we have some spaces, then the answer would be size still here and the extra part. So total size still here would cover spaces plus and maximum frequent element and extra part. So here maxi is the maximum frequent element A, and the total space also included and also extra part.